Valley. Just need to make sure this is active. Okay, it's up. Yeah, just give me a few minutes to get ready. I'm also running a side objective on my other game as well, so just trying to keep up to tabs. So just skip ahead maybe about 5 minutes. Okay, I think I got what I need. Just making sure. Potions active. Or buff timer's active. And yep, just need to make sure I have full. Then I gotta be slightly active later on, but I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, we're good to go. So let's see, we got winter of year 2, it's +1 almost, maybe. We're going to talk to Alwyn. Gotta go play a game of rails for a crossbow back. As you can tell, there's no quests immediately except for Gustovia, Baranica, and Ronica. So we'll go check in Ronica first. And how much coins do I hit? 4,000. And we got some copper arrows. Goldsmith. Interesting name.
Hello.
Slala.
Have a nice day. How are you?
Slala.
See you around. How is life treating you?
Nina. Ooh.
Good luck.
Oh, she's just sitting down.
How have you been?
Scanning my fields, but there are a lot of trees in the area. Cut some down. Some reputation, chop down 10 trees. Do that whenever I feel like because I don't have to run back to an NPC and say, hey, I chopped down those trees. They just know when you've done it. Alright, so our next stop will be Baranica. And let's make our way to Boro.
Hello.
What happened? Moose ran into the road. Hose got spooked. Wheel hit a rock. Hit my head. Lost consciousness.
Have a nice day.
3 planks. I got 3 planks and you can't search the bags. Oh. Speaking of which, potion of instant healing. Clay jug, copper sickle, and a light hat. Yep, numbers. What do we got here?
Have you ever done any quest for the king?
So expensive.
Hello.
Taxes or what?
Yeah.
See you around.
Hello, traveler.
What do you want, Jeremy? Dangerous approach at night. People get anxious. Yeah, I'm not coming back in the evenings. So if I wasn't preoccupied with other stuff, maybe. Let's go see Ida. Hello. Yeah. Squishy builds are always interesting. Yeah, I think my Mesmer only has 20k without Vitality. Well, 10% is only if you need the extra DPS output, whereas the incoming healing is better if you want your healers to give you more healing. Like, for example, if you had healed for 6k, you would get healed for like 7k. Yeah, incoming healing only... If I remember correctly, incoming healing will only affect healing applied by yourself and allies, whereas outgoing healing is only applied by uh, everyone else. Because incoming healing is basically all sources of healing, supposedly. I don't even know if lifesteal would be affected by it. Actually, that's a good way to test it. Yeah, you get 100 healing per second. You can actually test incoming healing and see if it goes to 120. Because that's actually one of the best ways to test stuff. Well, fractals, if you want, because there's like an agony thing, you can sit in that agony thing, and as soon as you get really low, because it'll put you in combat, you can see just how much healing you're getting with or without the buff, despite the fact you'll take 60% negation. And then you just see if you get an additional HP or two. You again? This time I need Domajaj crossbow from you. Oh no, not you again. I'm not playing with you anymore. Come on, don't be like that. No, forget it. How much for it then? Your coins won't be good this time as well. I need to do something for me. I'm in a time critical situation. Won't take long. Oh wait, what is it? I need you to get me some fish, and it better be fresh. I don't have time to argue with you. I'll get you your damn fish. Yeah. Real piece of work. She can be related to Sambor, judging by her character. I guess finding the murder of the Castilian can wait because fishing is the new most important thing in the world. These journal entries are hilarious. Or maybe because they knew Uncle Lorden so well. They were like, everyone avoid anyone related to him.
Oh, it's here again. have a good day.
Yeah.
What can I do for you? It was nice seeing
What's sitting? Otherwise, I
How
think
are
you're a
you?
villager. Oh, you're new. Dale Wuja. Interesting name.
Sometimes I get a feeling that the locals frown upon us.
Goodbye.
Oh, it's you again. So long.
Now we get slowly but sure. All right. Does the tavern keep and the food shop sell fish meat? Because
Oh,
to get fish meat, I'd have to get a fishing hut and a bunch of other little things. 3 fish meat.
you again. Goodbye.
It's a start. Sell me fish meat. 6 fish meat. All right, we need 11 more. All healing that affects you and all healing that other players dish out to you. Supposedly, that's what incoming healing is supposed to mean. Exactly. It,
So long.
I can run the numbers if I get around to it tomorrow. What are you looking for, Luna? Here, let me look at this quick. In Guild Wars 2, incoming to healing refers to a healing that player receives from others as opposed to healing they provide to themselves or others. Okay, there we go.
How can I help you?
Yeah, and I got plenty of burst heals on my Mesmer Chrono style. I'm so cold. Could you bring me warm clothes? I'll teach you a bit about survival. What do you want? Winter shoes, 150 survival technology. I can get that just as quick by picking herbs. So you could freeze. Plus, I have more pressing issues, like getting 11 more fish. What's this one?
I believe we haven't met.
Zibig Niwa. Can you help me with an errand? Let's make some pants for folks, but I ran out of materials. I'll reward you. Bring 4 pieces of leather. In return, you get 1 linen thread and some money. Okay.
How can I?
Okay, I know you sell food, but do you sell fish meat? Nope.
Help you. Good luck.
Okay, so where am I going to find fishermen?
How are you? Goodbye.
Only in Jezreka.
Bye.
Son of... Let's see. And by the time I run to Jezreka, it could be past evening. As much as I don't want to, we're going to fast travel.
How can I help you?
Because I got 4,000 coins and I can afford it.
How can I help you?
Rodziswawa. Interesting name.
See you around. How are you?
Zygmunta.
Have a good day.
Full score.
Why does it need to be that cold?
+2. Okay, Fisher Shack's down here. Where's the fisherman?
It's nice to
It's on me 11 fish. Done.
meet you. Goodbye.
Time to fast travel. The troubles I go to for a woman named Ida. She
How
will
can I
be
help
the
you?
death of me. Pay the extra 40 coins? Yeah, why not? You have it? I've got your fish. Take it. And what happened to your manners? They went where the sun don't shine. Give me the crossbow. Here. Finally. Bye. Wait, don't you know what I need all this fish for? Maybe another time. Alright, now I gotta go all the way back to Jezreka again. You know what? I'm wasting money on it anyways, and if I really need to, I am wearing a rich hat and a rich hood, and that would pay all my fees.
Hello.
Yeah, you had to do a ton of rock running around back and forth when they didn't have fast traveling. All forward. Hey, you. Recognize this? My old crossbow. How'd you get it? I awoken my inner angler. I think I don't want to ask for the details. The only thing that matters is it's back in my hands. Tell Kestra when I'm ready she is.
Whoa!
I'm ready when she is. Alright. So, bring 500 coins, 20 pieces of dried meat, and a water skin filled with water. Sure, I'll do that when I deliver the... Oh, actually, where do I go again? Oh, over there. Let's see what I can buy here.
Once I met a guy who kept saying,
Hey, friend.
Dried meat, there's 10. Yeah, wire skin with water.
And have a nice day.
I need 10 more pieces. If anyone asks, my manners went where the sun don't shine. Okay, I don't know if Fornica was going to sell me dried meat or have enough, but I think I remember seeing a food merchant and a tavern keep. Behold, winter in the mountains. I haven't found one named Zoe, but there are 3 other Zed candidates. Well, the only way I would see that they had a name named Zoe is if the game was British, and then it was European Poland. So now you got to figure out Zed. And if I remember correctly, I'll double check my chat. Your candidates are Zigmunta, age 27. Or Zelislawa, 25. I know there was a third one, I don't remember. Might have been like a Slava or whatever. So there you go, you got. So you got 25 or 27. Yeah, unfortunately, character creation will not allow you to adjust your age. But there's your 2 women for candidates. Zigmunta or Zelislava. We're still keeping with the Z. There's that 4 pieces of leather I needed. I don't mind. Technically, Rasimir can wait till he's 42 before he marries. I don't know about finding Zoe. Yeah, when it comes to the Valley, never expect character creation. Oh, 3 fur, 1 rub, salted fish meat, salted meat. Berry wine, fur, and 2 torches. Ooh. Give me that bucket. And some leather. $22. Meat. firewood. Ooh, and a bronze axe. Another torch. Nice place for camp. But yeah, those are your two candidates for marriage. 25-year-old or a 27-year-old. If maybe we'll go look at them carefully. I don't trust the fact there's two buys in here, or that. So, bye! Oh, there's a third one! Run, dear God, run! Ow! You know, I had a potion of healing, and that's the sad part. What was my save? I get distracted, and next thing you know, I don't even remember what I had. So we may have lost probably about 15 minutes, depending on it.
People from Hornia.
Yeah, we lost 2 quick fast travels and the fancy a little bit. Okay, so probably like 10, 15 minutes. And the worst part is my autosave will kick in soon because it's at every 15 minutes. So less than 15 minutes. What was I doing? Right, she wanted leather.
Be welcome, stranger.
I know that.
How do you do?
Be welcome. Whatever you need, I've got it. Come. Goodbye.
What was your task again? Oh, crossbow.
Hello there.
So if we want Zigmunta, she's good at producing stuff. She could be a potential herbalist or fisherwoman.
Oh, it's you again.
And she looks like this.
See you soon.
Keep an eye out for more Zids. Even if I couldn't find the literal definition of what I'm looking for, I can still make it work by saying anyone with a Z. Because I know that's
Hello
doable.
there.
I mean, they got a man named Zalibor.
How are you? Have a nice day.
How is life treating you?
Dabroka.
Have a nice day.
I have some errands.
Yeah, there, read that dialogue since you missed it. Well, Lordan did murder someone.
How do you do?
Alright, Jizrika.
How can I best goods in the valley?
Android. Alright, that was before. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. See, when I was getting attacked by wolves and all that, told you I completely forgot I had these.
I help you. Take care.
What do we got here? Oh, a water skin with water already. And an empty bundle. Piece of fur. Probably because they didn't want to be like most games. That, and they didn't use potions in Guild Wars 1. You mean like heroes or henchmen? Yeah. Oh, they can still do that in the next X. It doesn't matter. Ideas is they can still use it in their next X spec to get everyone overhyped and be like, the meta is take this one, customize it like this, and you'll thank me later. Yeah, there's that. Well, even ESO took a while to do a companion system. I'm trying to remember where that camp was because it had some interesting items. If I don't find it, oh well. Copper long, longbow and It almost gets killed like 99%. Oh, there's the bison. I don't know. They're probably like, we needed more predators, so you got bison, wolf, and bear. The occasional badger or fox. Yeah, they're highlighting yellow. Apparently, fox is the only thing they worry about in medieval and Dynasty. They only go after your farm animals and apparently children. Yeah. Well, this is also a European indie company, so you never know. You know what? I found that piece of crap water skin. There. Yeah, we have Radoslawa,
How are you? Take care. Hello there.
Otilia,
Take care. Oh, it's you again.
Doborbula.
Travels are
Take
all
care.
very well, but
How are you? Price is so low.
Sell
you
me
don't
10
have
dried
to
beef.
haggle. Okay. Goodbye. I'm not superstitious.
Okay, where's Kestrel?
But I'm a little stitious.
What's your status? What's our status? All right, I have all the supplies we need. Great. What about Gaj? I've convinced him. He's waiting for our signal. Very good. I've managed to get us a horse. Looks like we have everything we need. That's right. Let's not waste any more time then. Go to the medic and tell him everything will be waiting for me in Hornica as soon as he gives you the name. Wish me luck.
tell him. For the king.
Let's go see Doctor. It's like, I need my demands. I need someone to escort me out of the valley. I need supplies. And I need a wife. Forget it. Do, 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 do. Oh, nice. To make you less dirty and more charismatic. Damn my aim. Okay, quit doing that. That damn wolf was looking at me being like, Serpentine! I think about that stupid joke when I used to play Fortnite a long time ago during season 1 and Groot absolutely hate it. And then you have a bunch of friends that's like, Serpentine! You can jump over a fence. Don't tell me you can't. Yeah, even when I play Hell Let Loose, they're like running a zigzag pattern to make it harder. I run in a straight line saying, bullets cannot harm me for I have true faith. And next thing you know, I don't die for 5 minutes. If you're a bandit, better go back. Everything is ready and awaiting you in Hornica. And how can I be sure to trust you? Because I'm Lordan's blood and same as him, I'd always keep my word. Damn you, son. If it wasn't for those eyes, fine, I'll tell you what I know. Then I'm out of here. I advise you do the same. Just tell me. I awakened in the middle of the night. A cloaked man said there had been an accident and someone was in my attention. I wasn't thinking much about it. That was part of my duty, and I was half asleep on top of that. So I grabbed my mantle and walked out with the stranger, rain pouring down the sky so heavily it must almost hurt. I realized that the man was taking me to the Castellian's home. I asked him about it, and he confirmed the accident happened to the Castellian. His voice was so faint I could barely understand him. We went in the house, and there I saw Lorden. It was clear to me that he had been lied to. I wanted to run. Oh, I'd been lied to. I wanted to run, but the cloaked man blocked the way out. Why was it clear? What did you see? Lorden's throat was sliced open. He looked peaceful, as if he was sleeping. His eyes were closed. The wound was elegant. The cut was really precise. I wonder if Lorden had even realized he was dying. The man spoke to me with the same faint voice as before. He told me to burn the body as soon as the rain stopped. That way I don't even need to lie, because everybody will presume a disease. So that's exactly what I did, and he helped me with the body, light it up, helped me scrub the blood off the floor, burn the sheets. It's very polite, calm, but not cold. In the end, he asked if he needed to threaten me with death. I denied. It was clear that me from the moment I saw the blood. I went back to my friends and never told anything about it to anybody. Then a couple weeks later, I run from Gastovia, fearing for my life. Why? Why only after weeks? Because the man in the cloak became the Castellian himself. No, 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 it cannot be. I'm sorry, my child. You're lying. He would have never done it. I'm sorry. What was his name? You know his name. Tell me his name. Unagast. Let's also keep in mind that Dieter is 85 years old. Now let's go talk to Unagast. Yeah, it's almost the. It says Unagast's story. So that old guy was like 55 years old in the first 10. Nope. That's Sambor. Unagast is a 55-year-old married to a 34-year-old tavern keep. Now, the irony, I actually looked at it, is that player marriage is between the age 10-year range. However, NPC marriage is a 20-year gap. Oh, shit. The hell? Bad doggy. Very bad doggy. This one doesn't even know to jump off a cliff or not. Maybe that was the one I wounded a long time ago. Oh no. Wolves hunting Packmaster! Remember, wolves hunt in packs. Be wary, Arisen. Oh, nice. They didn't have that in the first one. Moose! Once again, Rasimir is staying up an entire night and he spent plenty of money for fast traveling. Oh well. I think when I first played this, I didn't even bother with the concept of time. And I think I set it to 7 days before. So I just leave it at vanilla. Badger! That badger's just rolling down the hill. Rasamir will never get his sleep again. He's too fixated on hunting. Oh no. You know what? Just run. Let's see. Go talk to Ellen, talk to Unagos, deliver 4 leather, and chop down 10 trees, which I'll do near the end of the season because I don't have to talk to people for chopping down trees. Wake up. Relax, I got the leather. Then he gets woken up at 1 in the morning. Yeah, is the tavern still open at 1 in the morning? Nope. Time to drag Unagast out of bed. Hello there, dear Rasamir. Hello. How's life treating you? Like a father? What do you mean? Strict but fair, I guess. Very mature of you to say. You really are growing, seeing more and more of those shades of gray, huh? I do, but the gray still consists of black and white. Things are still good and bad, right and wrong. It doesn't change that. I never said it does. Tell me more about my uncle. I'm not sure if it's time for stories. I'm certain you'll find some. Alright, maybe one story. And just remember a good one. Me, Lorden, and Woolrat are trying to catch this rooster who swallowed a bunch of pearls and tell me about his death. Oh, Rasamir, I've already told you he passed away in his sleep. But people don't usually die during sleep, do they? Time is merciless. Lorden was an old man already. Did he die of old age then? No. A disease? Some ravaging sickness? No. Then how come he didn't wake up in the next morning? Rasamir, I have never lied to you. So why start now, huh? I knew this there at some. It's finding words to describe, to explain. It seems it's abstract, undoable, but the silence has been burning a hole in my chest for far too long. I did it, Rasamir. I killed my best friend, my brother. Don't call him that. I understand your pain, your feeling of betrayal, but I'm begging you, believe me, it brought me no pleasure whatsoever. Why? It's complicated. Was it vengeance for how he tortured Kestrel for robbing you of your one true love? You're looking for a reason I hated him, you found one, but I didn't kill him out of hatred. What he did was Kestrel was awful, but he didn't try to be cruel. Besides, every part of this love triangle was hurting someone. We're all to blame. What about the baby? You could have been a father. It doesn't matter who was the father. The beautiful baby boy didn't even draw one breath of air. His life was over before it began. That's the real tragedy. It was yours, Kestrel told me. Are you serious? Yes, it was your child that burned on that day. All these years, I never stopped wondering. My son, may you rest in peace. I don't know what bit of a father I had been, but I would have loved you to the end of the days. So why did you do it? Out of fear, out of Lordan's doings of what he could become. After you killed that man in Novice, I stayed with him. But everyone else left, but I couldn't stop thinking about what he did, how little it bothered him. He was angry at them for breaking up the pact, but he didn't see his fault in it. What was the worst, he didn't even sound troubled by taking a man's life. Then he started wondering, has he done that before? Lordan didn't stop the mission. I convinced him that it was time for it, and that we should move to the valley. I thought we could put all that would happen behind us. Just rest and try to find happiness in the little things. But Lordan had a restless mind. For him, not moving up, not breaking another barrier was torture. When we arrived here, there was only a couple of villages. We built ourselves a home in Gustovia. I truly believe this would be enough, but not for Lordan. A week had not passed when he declared he wanted to travel and meet the king, and that he planned on doing it alone. 2 weeks later, he came back as the new Castilian of the valley. He moved into his own house, for appearances as he called it. Since that moment, he was getting more distant from anyone, really. I've been seeing him walk around Gustovia like a true leader, shaking hands, hugging babies, making small talk, always with a big smile on his face. He really seemed great if you didn't know what was hiding behind that smile. We were living right next to each other, and yet after some time, we were talking only a couple times a year. He was afraid of me, afraid of his moral compass. He didn't want me to restrict him anymore. Conscience was a burden, so he got rid of it entirely. That's when the worst side took control of him. I didn't see any shred of sincerity left, just a constant mask. Years went by, he was going more and more often to meet the king, so one day I started a little investigation, and I found out sickened me. Lordan had become the very thing he swore to eradicate. A festered lord whoring around with his filthy friends, getting rich off people's misery. He was benefiting from wars, selling weapons, shaking hands with rapists just to be in their good grace. He had to be stopped. Took me months, years to get to it. I feel responsible for every wrong that he had done during this time. I should have not been hesitated by killing my own brother. It felt unimaginable, yet I knew I was the only one who could do it. I sneaked into his house during heavy rain. He was sleeping so peacefully, as if all the sinister thoughts had left him for the night. I was staring at his face for what I felt ages before I took out my blade, made one clean cut, and it was over. He didn't even open his eyes, and just like that, it was done. You know what's going to happen now, right? You will pay for what you've done. I do, and I'm not going to fight it. Whatever you decide, I will accept. So banish him out of the valley, or punishable by death because of the law of the king. You don't deserve forgiveness killing your family just because you think it's right. But I won't not let you die a self-proclaimed martyr. You will live with the guilt of what you've done until the time gets you itself. You are banished from the valley.
You are exiled from this land, Unighost. Leaving this peaceful place as a murderer and a liar shows your true colors. You tried to poison my mind just like you did with Jordan's. But that's not going to work this time. I've seen through your deceit. You deserve no forgiveness. Only pity. Your hands will never be clean.
And there you have it. There's Rasamir's voice for that entire little bit. And just like that, she becomes a widow again. Anyways, you may have noticed I saved it before Unagas, so we're going to see what the others are. Since it's got 3 outcomes. All right, let's see what we got. You were right. Everything is soaked in gray. I don't condemn you for your decision. However, you took a man's life, and by the law of the king, it is punishable by death.
I have learned a lot from you, Unigost. You taught me what it means to be a man. That what needs to be done doesn't always feel right. And I need you to understand that this doesn't either. But blood has been spilled, and the law of this realm demands more blood in return. Is this just? Does true justice even exist? You can rest now, Unigost. And may you find peace in that rest.
All right, here we go. Because Unagas said so. As the Castilian, which makes him the higher power, he hands that higher power over to Rasamir and basically asks him what to do about it. Hanish? Sir Hanish? Yeah, I thought it was Sir Hanish of Lipa. Divish? Sir Divish? I understand you. Your reasons required a strong will and a good heart to do what you did, but blood has been spilled. You should leave the valley and never come back.
I never had a chance to meet my uncle, to judge his character on my own. But I got to know you, Unigost. And though I do not condone your actions, I understand the reasons. To be a man is not to never err, but to make hard decisions when they are necessary. You made yours. And it's something you will need to live with for the rest of your life. As will I.
So think about it this way. Number 3 is a bad ending. Number 2 is a neutral ending. And number 1's a good ending because you got 800 Dynasty reputation for choosing the first option. The other ones gave you like 180. Like I Yeah, I think I remember Yeoman. It's pronounced Yeoman. I really mentioned something like that in one of my games. Hi, I can see the fire in those eyes. What do you think about so intensely? You're not mistaken. I plan to build an archery target. Do you want to help? Sure. Do I have a choice? I will ignore this question. I can get us straw without any problems, but you could get us some logs and a hammer to build it. You don't need to say anything else. I'll be back with the rest. Hetman, as he said. Yeah, that's why he said he was the royal hetman and granted the highest power of authority. Yeah. That's pretty much about the irony about it. The lowest ranking gets the highest amount of power, but it is mandatory until said. Well, no, temporary until said back. Hi, here you go. What's next? I know a good place to build it. Follow me. Lead the way. Yeah, let's ignore the fact we're doing this at 3 in the morning. I need something to drink, so I'll catch up to him in a moment. perfect place, don't you think? Yes, quite suitable. What now? Next, I will practice shooting. If you have time, you can show me how you do it. You're definitely better at it. All right, my novice archer. Watch and learn. I think 20 meters away from the target is enough. Show me how it's done. Fine. So 20 meters away is the requirement. Yet the trophy requirement, if I remember correctly, was over 100 meters at a perfect shot. This might be far. $59.7. 89. Distance travel 66. Now imagine me going all the way back as far as possible, aiming it really high, and trying to figure it out. And that's why you see how my comments were with archery in Kingdom Come when I was doing the training. Because then you could be like, yeah, go to Sir Divish, we'll bring his troops. That's why Radzig is like, tell me how many men there are. Aye, and that's how it's done. If only you were as modest as you were accurate. I can't be both. So he didn't watch me shoot the target. He just went back to bed. There's a lot of practice ahead of me. I will train more until I'm ready to face you one more time. Be prepared for an archery tournament when we meet again. I accept it. Until next time, then. Please wait till next season. So yeah, you watched the main story, which was Unagast's story. Alwyn has up to 9 parts. We're on part 6.
Have you seen any bandits in the area?
And the chapter story part is you need to build a couple more houses and invite more people. So for day 2 and 3, yeah. Yeah, in other words, Hans is always in the wrong for insulting another noble. But they had just to play along. Oh, you can think about the irony when it says Battle of Bastards. That's why when Radzig's like, "You are acting in my name. Be careful." At 44. Yeah, so what I'm doing is just chopping down random trees for cut down trees, but I'm also crafting these, and I'm gonna go sell them and probably buy something. Because I spent a lot of fast travel money. But yeah, technically at this point, this is where the Dynasty section of the game takes over, where you focus more on the chapters and the people and just trying to be creative. Once we finish up with Alwyn's thing. Yeah, that was from the wolves. I'm still fine because that's what I said. I was going to probably buy something. Buy like an apple wine or something. I noticed, but I wasn't freezing either, so there was that. It is possible when you're freezing, you'll lose health. When you're too hot, you just lose faster parameters for food and water.
How do you do?
How many copper arrows do I have? 7. Okay, so don't worry about it. I had another backpack. I forgot about that.
See you soon.
So if we want Zigbunta, she's located in Jarislava or Jericho.
Be welcome, stranger. See you around.
I guess Dobrnica was also banished. Dobrniga.
Hail, friend. Whatever.
So Oswaldo just became the new tavern keep.
Goodbye. Bye. How can I help you? My wares never disappoint.
They probably didn't want to say cider, they just wanted to keep it the same.
Good luck.
Yeah, so the new Castilian that has higher power now in Gustovia, it's Semir.
Nice to meet you.
If you remember, the old one, Unagos, was 51 years old. This guy's 30 years old.
Goodbye.
How is life treating you?
His
Can
wife's
I?
35. I think. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Bitey. So we can't do Howlands. We gotta go chop down 3 more trees.
How is life treating you?
How much is a ride to... Yeah, I'm not paying that much.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Now Rasamir can go focus on finding a new life, a wife. Maybe if I'm lucky, we can find one called Zazamir. Or Zuzamir or something still. I want to say non-alcoholic because I don't know. I know we got something for marinating. Well, the best we had was a dressing, which we use as a marinade, was called apple cider vinaigrette. It was actually really good. Sounds about right. Oh, maybe that's why they call it apple wine in this, because this is supposed to be taking place in the early 1100s. Well, this is 11th century per se. Well, think about it this way: it's 11th century European. But the reason they probably didn't name it is because they got various fruits and then they... roughly. Vaguely, maybe, I don't know. Ooh, iron. Cudgel. Oh, it's a lynx. Here's a lynx which looks like a little mini tiger cub or something. Oh, I saw that arrow fly right underneath the neck. That's funny. I hit the tree. What do we got here? pear wine, cherry wine, apple wine, and a wine bottle. Someone drank all the plum wine. Oh, potion of instant kill. I'll keep in mind this was, I guess, because the company's called Red Gear, and it's a indie developer company out in Poland. It even tells you in some of the loading screens.
Make a better king.
I just don't like conversations about the weather,
Oh, it's you
Alberta!
again.
animals, children, politics, work.
See you around.
How can I help you?
Sabawa!
See you around. How can I help you?
Ugoslawa.
Take care.
Oh, whatever you need, I've got it.
Let's see. How much more am I at? Oh, nice. I only need 400 of the other one. Let's see what we got here. Saddle.
It's you again. So long.
I knew some at the time, but I've easily forgotten because it was more of a relevance of importance at the time. I can upgrade the excavation shed. I mean, a resource log. Little planters. So when this season is over, Rasamir will be 20 years old. I got plenty of food. Oh, we're running low on water. Yeah, 6 workers. Oh, fabric. 4 apples. Usually I'm focusing on something else, but usually it's a hit and miss because when I'm playing Ellie, which has celestial stats, I usually just click on overload water when then you got pistol with auto healing in its attacks, so it's like eh. I love how from a distance it looks like the barn's been flooded. Let's see what we got here. Okay, firewood, we got plenty. Always use more logs. Then again, I can upgrade the resource storage building, so let's do that. So on that note, sticks I think we're still plenty of. Yeah, it's a distribution system. No, you don't have to. But for them to put full productivity into logs, it gives them a little more XP output in some cases. It really depends on their level. The higher their level, the more you can diversify and not lose progress, so to speak. Yeah. Alright, fast forward probably 3 or 4 minutes because I'm making planks until my inventory's full. Like, we're at the point in the game. Yep. Yeah, that's why I said like 5 minutes. Yeah, when your inventory is completely over encumbered, you can't move whatsoever. Probably make it to 54. Nope, 46 then. And chance it.
Another day.
There.
Things are.
Now what we gotta do is put the planks back. Alright, you may remember that we can upgrade resource storage. So, what I'm going to do is make a wooden hammer. And we're going to do just that. Storage. The good news is if you plant it over an existing building, it won't worry about that per se. Oh, okay, so when you do, you actually have to take out some of the materials. I wasn't sure about that. Makes me think that what's going to happen is some of the logs they get is going to be sent over here. Take out more logs. Take out 29. And take out, let's say, 40. Upgrading the resource storage. I wonder if you can upgrade houses. As soon as I find a suitable candidate. Oh, reputation doesn't matter. You can kidnap a wife. Like if you want to kidnap a wife, you make sure you send her to a home with no eligible bachelor, and then what you do is every day you go to her house that you've kidnapped her in and romance her. Can't just be like, I'm going to go to the village and see how I am with the lady. Well, percentage-wise, you need 100% flirting, which is generally over the course of 4 days if you're lucky. It doesn't keep track. Only if you actually are there. Probably, but they don't start with Z. I know that for a fact. You have to romance with them regularly because it gets your diplomacy XP. Well, we still got Zigmunta or Zeslawa or whatever her name is. You always have to worry about, there's this, you can always go for the second option. Okay, so upgraded storage building. Instead of holding 1,000, now it holds 2,000. And here's how it looks now. Doesn't look like ugly straw. Okay. Now I wonder, if I was to go simple small wooden house, because this is what it is. Nope, they won't let you directly upgrade it. I was curious if they would or not. Oh, let's go to Toot Key. That's the... Very good. Yeah, build a new one. Oh, we still gotta kidnap 3 more inhabitants. You're technically an inhabitant, but you're never home every, so I don't know why they would ever consider you an inhabitant. Needless to say, it'll be interesting to see what we can make with this small island. If we really want to, we can use this wide open space near Rodnica. Or just tear down the village and move it to the lake. Oh, it grows back after 2 years. As long as I don't use a shovel on it. I can build a hen house, get some animal feed, start raising chickens. And the closest you're going to get for horns, which is convenient for living here, is a donkey. Quite literally, there's 2 women here. Drogoslava.
Take care.
Skarbamira.
Hello again. Buy some seeds. Goodbye.
And remember, don't eat the yellow snow.
Yeah, it resets over time. And not with new villagers. Like, you lose a bit of affection every day if you don't talk to them, because they're like, I wonder if he loves me anymore. Maybe not. And these have simple straw houses with nothing, so even
Hello there.
see, since she's not married to her male counterpart worker, you can also flirt with the women in your town. Because they're still single.
How can I help you? Have a nice day.
Talk with the ladies. Get your diplomacy up.
How are you? Take care.
Where's the other one? Let's go see who's in Ronica. If there's a woman by the name of Zeb, we'll still continue to endeavor to make this area our primary residence. So we don't have to worry about that. We'll just redecorate and use this flat open space right here. We don't have to do a lot of fast traveling, which means we don't have to travel from town to town to town anymore. I think with our current reputation, we can probably recruit up to 30 or 40 people. Well, it starts off like 0, 50, 100, 200, 300, something like that. Eventually it caps off by saying you need 1,000 per or something.
How are you?
Yeah, Elden Ring Night Raid.
Have a nice day.
No, it's not a DLC, it's actually a standalone game.
Hello there.
The one in July I was talking about is called Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
And a roof over my head, of course.
See you around.
Damn.
So here's Guslawa. She's a huntress. And because it's set in the Elden Ring universe. Yeah, I know, a lot of people would have figured that. She's an extractor. They don't... If they called it night... For example, if you played Elden Ring and you grew up knowing about Elden Ring, and if they decided to release a game called Night Rain, would you check it out? Or would you be more likely to check it out if it said Elden Ring Night Rain? Yeah. The irony, you're going to laugh at this, but despite Elden Ring being FromSoft's most popular game, the FromSoft developers admittedly told us that they wanted to focus on something, maybe Japanese or whatever, because they didn't expect Elden Ring to be a huge hit. It was more so based on a book from someone written, but they weren't expecting so much popularity, but they don't want to work on a game like that anymore. So I thought that was hilarious. It's like, oh yeah, we tried this out. Oh, wow, this game turned out. Yep, I saw that post. Yep. See, now that it's a new start of a new day, go to the local women
So long.
and be like, hello,
Hello.
hello. And then you have all the men looking at you like, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't even pay attention to that half the time anyway. If you really want to pay more attention to it, though, you get a skill in diplomacy called empathy. So you can kind of see what their interests are and use that to your advantage. Or charming. Another way is if you don't feel like talking with them regularly, you could just buy them a gift and don't bother telling them hi. Be like, here, take this. Well, I think what they want to do is something with Dark Souls, but when the devs said something like Japanese, I think they were thinking that they want to do an evolution of Sekiro, probably.
Oh, it's you again. Goodbye. How is life treating you? See you around.
All right, next stop, Ranica. Today, Rasomir's focus is to find a potential wife. And then build a nice house that makes our current shit shack look like nothing. No, it's more. Well, that's the problem is because what they do is they upgraded the frames, so the combat's supposed to be a little more smooth, but a little too smooth. Well, once I get the 2 day or close to notice for Night Rain, I'll start broadcasting a bit of Elden Ring so you can see Shadows of the Erd Tree a little more, since that's where I am last. Yeah.
How can I help you?
Here's Slawomira.
See you
Her name
around.
is Slawomira. Her name is
How is
Dobrogilva.
life treating you? Goodbye.
But she is too old to be romanced. She is 30. She don't like younger men. Correction, she don't like younger playermen. She like younger civilian or younger. I don't know where I'm going anymore. Yeah, there's Neo 1 and 2. And then there's also, what's the other Japanese one I'm thinking of? Or Chinese. There's Neo 1, 2, and then there's Oolong Fallen Dynasty. The newest one I didn't play was Wukong. I don't know. No, Neo is Team Ninja. Mira.
Oh, it's you again. Have a nice day.
Okay, we're going to Boru. No, Team Ninja's game for like Ninja Gaiden. FromSoft, I can check what their game series used to be. But Team Ninja was more well known for Ninja Gaiden. So for FromSoft games, we got Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Demon Souls, King's Field, Ninja Blade, Shadow Assault Tenchu, Daracene, Kuon, Armored Core 4, Chromehound's Eternal Ring, whatever that is, Lost Kingdoms 2, King's Field, Evergrace, Otogi, Metal Wolf Chaos, Arakumo, Enchanted Arms. Probably about 25 games from just skimming the list. I'd play Bloodborne again. But then I don't know why, but compared to when I first played Bloodborne, I was able to go through it. But then when I recently replayed it, it was like everything was kicking my ass, and I don't know why. Well, it's my favorite in terms of music. Well, it's my favorite for the music, Eileen the Crow's gear, and the burial blade. Because Bloodborne had amazing orchestra. Yeah, then you take a ride from the Giant Crow. And then you got 3 areas of choice you can go to, which is the lower catacombs, but only briefly. And then the other path will take you to the Taurus Demon, and the other path will take you to the catacombs, which is a mid-game type area.
How is life treating you?
Need the
Have a
mirror.
nice day. Hello there.
Yeah,
See you soon. Hello, Chuck. I've got to go.
Oh yeah, I remember that. There was another way to cheese it, if I remember correctly, is that if you can get the Taurus Demo to ram you from a different angle, you'd get literally to drop off from the map. At least that's what I remember about it. $270 more ores on this game, and I have to pay a little more attention because I'm running out of stone spirits. So next season we can go see Alwyn and see what he wants next.
How is life treating you? Take care.
I sucked with parrying. If I ever did a parry, it was maybe once in a blue moon. As for backstabbing, it was like, eh.
Good for you.
Have a nice day.
New settlement.
Alright, now to go flirt with the women in Danica. We're just walking town to town flirting with women. You feel like Pappy Le Pew from Looney Tunes. Yeah, I think it's no, endurance is stamina. I don't think there's a carrying capacity in Dark Souls. Oh, you mean for fast rolling that? Yeah, it's endurance. Yeah, because it's only good for stamina and increasing your equipment load. That's what it's called. Well, the thing is, I could play Dark Souls again, but then my mind would switch to what I know for fast, and that's going down to the Sunken City, grabbing these ghost charms, fighting ghosts because they give you 200 souls per kill, and a rare chance at a Jagged Ghost Blade, which the Jagged Ghost Blade is a curved sword that attacks pretty fast, can inflict bleeding, takes special Titanite to upgrade, and if you're running towards the upper area when you're done, you'll basically make most bosses bleed out. Because that Jagged Ghost Blade was like a scimitar. Gargoyles. The first boss guarding the bells is the gargoyles. The second bell is guarded by Queelag. Yeah, Queelag, the witch, the Chaos Witch, or whatever her name was. Then the third bell, I believe, was Ornstein and Smo. There might have been a fourth. Oh, then there's Ornstein and Smog after that. And then there's the Stone Giant prior to that. Then you go fight the four lords. Then you fight Seath the Scaleless. The Bed of Chaos. That one's an extremely annoying boss because you have to know where to jump. Oh, then just be glad you never went through Blighttown. Blighttown is everyone's worst nightmare. Blighttown is everyone's worst nightmare due to the fact that poison does an absurd amount of damage. You got mosquitoes that can potentially stunlock you if you're not careful. And then you got someone throwing a giant damn stone at you, and then you run into an area where there's 3 more throwing giant stones at you. Kitty! No, Blighttown, you can't even parry and riposte there. No, Staff Guardian, back when Guardian was first out, was known as the Loot Stick. And ArenaNet passed that legacy of the Loot Stick to the Spear. Yeah, because all you have to do is hold the auto attack and do a wave burst attack. Now, I know exactly what the controversy between Guardian was.
Hello there.
So this is Roberta.
Good luck.
This is Sabora.
See you around.
And this is
How can I help you?
Boguslava.
Isn't such a bad thing after all. Goodbye.
Now we're going to go to Lesnica and go flirt with the women there. Greatsword was actually not that bad on Guardian. Hammer wasn't terrible.
We'll work for food and water
Dragon Hunter for the longbow? Were you thinking? Oh, oh, you mean that? Oh, you mean that to be a guardian and to be the best damage, the best healer, the best of everything, please play Firebrand. And everyone's been on that meta train for 6 years. I got really bored of Firebrand because of how simple it was to play. Oh, I like Willbender once I get used to it. That's why I was tempted to see if I can make a heal bender build for Bunny. So then Bunny has a choice between quick heals or Alec heals. So then you don't have to worry about being quick heal or Alec heal. No, I meant, but just to give the idea is to give Bunny the diversity option. Because obviously she's like, oh, if I want to learn to play Reaper, I have to talk to either Fox or Tito. Oh yes, I was doing the meta in Cayenne earlier for the week, and people were talking about, because we got talking to how the escort for Yao and all that, if you have a scrapper, there's a pathing bug where applying too much super speed can bug out the event. And then someone was like, oh yeah, I like seeing scrapper because it's like you watch numbers, ooh, 33k bulk. I just like seeing big numbers. And then someone was like, yeah, and then I discovered condition virtuoso. And then everyone's like, spam virtuoso. And I said, Scourge is the same thing. Just spam everything. Virtuoso is actually pretty balanced in my opinion, because you can do both power or condition. Welcome to Lesnica. Are there any women? If we want Zigbunta, she's in Jezrika. Hornica does not have a female. Therefore, our next Zed woman is over in Lesnica, and her name is Zelisflawa. She is great at making things and has a balanced stat.
How is life treating you?
So what do you think of Zelislawa?
So long.
There's a guy with Zaroslaw. Hello. Look.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Oh, she's got brown eyes.
Travels are all very well. I would love to find it.
Hello.
Good to have others around you. Never know when you need a helping hand. I fell into a well when I was a kid. If it weren't for my neighbors, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. LGD. Snowing landscape can be charming. They say, sure, if you step out the door of a warm house, you only freeze to death. You'll find me one day turned into a block of ice. Tell me something about your skills. A fine craftswoman knows how to cook her food well, too. You know what they say? Another person's heart is through their stomach. The stench of fertilizer and animals makes me sick. Why does wildlife smell way better? There's no doubt. I'm not meant to be a farmer.
Good luck.
So she likes nature, but she doesn't like domestic animals. Don't get her a dog. Actually, then again, she wouldn't like me. I'd put a bunch of goose shacks and a bunch of hen shacks around. Well, let's go to Jazrika and make small talk with Zigmunta and see if maybe we might like her. But as far as we can tell, Zeslawa would love to be a cook and nowhere near to being a farmer. But then again, you'd end up making her feed the entire town. Be like, off to the kitchen with you. Speaking of great swords, I never really cared for great sword necro because I always found the auto attack to be slow. And then they released sword necro, and I was like, yes, please. Well, I did the, if you're focusing on chill, I found that the sword applies more chill in interval rates than the greatsword does in its auto attack. Not to mention, you don't have to rely on greatsword 4 and 5 to get additional conditions where you can get Maelstrom with a target AoE and Fear in the added amount of damage for CC. I'm Mufasa. No. No. Hi, buddy. Big stretch. Rasimir cannot sleep until he finds out what is Zigmunta interested in. Now I know what I'm doing for Oxbow. If I see a potential candidate for my player character, go talk to them and be like, boom. Smoke them. Hi. I don't care if I say Oxbow or Oxbow. It's the same thing. Bow down. before your lords. You know what? Let's see what happens if we ever run into an NPC that ever says the word Oxbow, and then we can find out. If I ever find an NPC, I'll have to remember that one. Okay, we're almost able to talk to Zigmunta. Well, you see what I'm trying to do with my settlement there now, right? Because I'm slowly moving it over.
Hello.
Oh, I'll have to show you an update of it then soon.
Oh, it's you again.
Oh, here's Zigmunta. Small talk with her. What's on your mind? What makes a good day? The fact that it's different from the previous one. That's my new philosophy. I began with small things. I had carrots for breakfast instead of cabbage. She likes change. How's your day going? Winter is not so bad. Look on the bright side. There's less field work. You spend more time in your warm and cozy home. It's the season for long stories and conservation and conversations beside the fire. Tell me something about your skills. Walkers like me have an eye for finding the best spots for fishing or finding mushrooms. I'd survive on the road with ease. Does anything give you a hard time? I'm the person who always falls for a lie, and I can never tell when someone is joking. Why am I such a naive fool?
Have a good day.
There's nothing like the crackling of the cozy fire.
And she's good for production and survival. So we got a naive woman who prefers change in life. And then we got one woman who prefers the wildlife smell to domestic animals and is great at being a cook. So who's going to win that department? And again, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to trying new things. Big purr. Big purr. Big purr. Big purr. Oh, we'll have to build more huts and invite more people. $22. Will I make it back home in time? I don't know. Well, the easiest way to put it is that in terms of romance, it depends on their mood. Right now, they all live in shit shacks. And it also depends on their age difference, too, between their person they're living with. The closer their age difference, the more likely. Here, let's see. 3. I just have to make sure I'm not. Here, I'll show you what the Oxbow got going on. Yeah, you just can't adjust the age. You could make her name Zoe, but then you'd have to figure out what her man's name's going to be named. I forget what game. Oh, Code Vein, probably. No, it wasn't Code Vein. That would have been Neo 2. Because I don't think Woo. Because Neo 2 I was doing with the Fox Mask and all that. I know I didn't do the same in Oolong. So here's how the. Oh, here's one. So you build a big expansive field. See? As long as you get a work shed, then people will work based on what you have it set up. Let's see if I can run to it before. But this is where I'm moving the community. This will be like a farming nature community. This will be like a hunting community. And this will be a workforce community. And then I want to see about getting a bridge that goes towards here. And then probably wood up the walls. Here we are. So here's how that looks. Straight. Tried to make it symmetrical. And then I did a dirt path. And then I got this big ass field. Oh, and as for management, let's look at the people we got here. We can see Diswigger. Like, look at some of these names for these children. Diswigger, Edberga. I hope the devs make another map. I'd love to see what they could do. This one's go Nigodama, Namia. Pepin. Oh, it sorts in alphabetical order. Do I have any by Z? There's a child called Zelislawa, Zibislawa, Wojslawa, Wislawa, Welmir, Weabor, Onislawa, Ubislawa, Tebalda, Theobald, Switson, Swishbad, Stroshla, Samboja, Pepin, Majla, Milian, Bizekko, Lugarda, Cuthbert, Jaroslawa, Jadwiga, Ingarda, Helmut, Drodzichlawa, Frida, Eric, or Eric, whatever, Erwina, Edberga, Diswinger, Drogomira, Dobamir, Chokamir, and that's about it. But this is also, like I said, Eastern European game located in Poland. Let's see. Let me see what they got here for why they called it. Wonder if there's a name generator. Medieval name generator, the ultimate bank. Fantasy name generators, medieval names. Yeah, well, when you name your village, someone says Pound Town. Oh, here we are. Medieval name generators. Here lie the original names of the world, sturdy and worthy today as they were thousands of years ago. And they got Old Norse, Old German, Old Roman, Old Celtic, and Old English. Yeah, you have yourself a good night. I'm going to finish briefly what I'm going to make sure this transitions to spring and then save it. Yeah, have a good night. Oh, hey, big buddy. He's a big kitty. He's a big kitty. A big kitty. I gotta wait for the timer to hit midnight because in day 3 of any season, or I should say, the last day of any season, at midnight it will force you out to where you actually live, so it's kind of like a free fast travel. Midnight and it's only 0 degrees. This is not a chilly winter, and I've seen chilly winters on another one. I hear the wolves, but I do not see the wolves. How's my diplomacy after going town to town? Slowly getting up there. At least when I level up, I'll get a 30% off buying and selling. Happy cutie. Happy cutie. Oh, a wedding finally occurred. Miss Lola married Osmond. No, both hunters. No, we got TXs to pay. And we'll be talking to Alwyn anyway. I'll put stuff away before I do anything. Oh, before I forget. And the reason it's at planks is because I could always use more planks for later on. Oh, I was holding on to 22 logs, no wonder. I didn't even notice. Another tool situation. Why did I run out of stone axes? Yeah, that explains why, because I had them on sticks and firewood, so it's like, didn't notice. Did I even get anything the last time? Oh, anyways, let's make 10 stone axes before I forget anything. Oh, no way, maybe I gave them a bronze or copper axe? There. Yeah, I'm still using the bronze knife, so they're good to go. There. Save it. The valley. Just like that, Rothamyal is 20 years old. So thank you for watching, and next time we got little bits of Alwyn's story to do. And mostly just focusing on chapters, which is just trying to sort our village and make everything a little better.